And that would be Scar.
I am a man of my word.
I am glad to see you have returned, so what news do you bring me? According to one of the merchants we met, the Seven Sons has been infiltrated by some sort of shapeshifter. I don't know what kind of monsters they are, but the merchants are fearful. This is very serious news. I must ask you another favor. If you were to return to the compound and destroy this infestation of monsters, I would be willing to double your wage. Well, we did it already.
Evil finds its worst enemy in truth and honor.
Yes, the doppelgangers are all dead. Josso is back in control of the business. I'm impressed. You are as good as your word and obviously very deadly in your work. I'll give you the wage you deserve, triple of our original agreement. I want to keep in touch with you, especially if the Iron Throne is up to what you say it is. I have another job you may be interested in. You'll be well paid for your services. Care to hear more? What does it entail? The problem is this. Every night people have been disappearing from the streets of the city. My men have been scouring the city trying to find a culprit, but so far to no avail. People have begun to get scared, and very few are willing to leave their homes at night. Something has to be done and fast. Would you be willing to take the job? I'd pay you 300 gold in advance with a 1000 gold bonus if you discover what's been happening with the disappearing citizens. What do you say? Actually, we already did the task because this is the quest with the Ogre Mage and his carrion crawler pet, which we did back when we first entered Baldur's Gate. And he will say, indeed, that it has something to do with the sewers and some tracks of a many-legged creature, a centipede-like monster, so that's the carrion crawler we found.
The Flaming Fist aren't mercenaries. They're this city's police force.
We learned that an ogre mage holed up in the sewers was responsible for all the disappearances. He had several carrion crawlers that would steal out at night to carry off random victims. The crawlers used their hapless prey as food, whilst the ogre mage took any valuables they might have. You've done a good job and have earned your bonus in full. Do you have any of the items possessed by the ogre's victims by any chance? I'm sure their families would like to have something to remember of their loved ones. We know for a fact that the Sashenstar family lost a daughter to those creatures. She had a signet ring inset with a ruby. I think we just sold all our jewelry, like pretty much indiscriminately, so unfortunately we do not have that ring. I think it was on the Ogre Mage himself or around it, and I just forgot about the quest, so we do not return it. That's too bad. Well, I'm going to need some people to do some investigating of the Iron Throne. I'm just going to finish up some paperwork, then I'll just be outside the main doors of the Flaming Fist compound. Okay, so let's meet with him right away. No time to waste.
If you wish.
I am a man of my word.
Hello, Zekol. I have another job for you. This one involves a group you have dealt with in the past. The Iron Throne. Duke Elton himself wishes to speak to you about this. Will you come with me? Of course.
I am a man of my word.
So, this, I guess, is Duke Elton. Let me introduce you to Grand Duke Elton, one of the lords of the city, commanders of the Flaming Fist, and member of the Lord's Alliance. I am glad to see that you have come. I know that such a meeting is unusual, but in these circumstances it is necessary. I would first ask what involvement you have had with the merchant society known as the Iron Throne. Iron Throne? Who are they? Don't insult my intelligence with your lies. What is your involvement with the Iron Throne? Here, in this conversation, you don't really have an option, and this is because it's plot critical. It's important that you tell him the information you have and that you agree on the quest, otherwise the game could not progress. And if you refuse, he just outright kills you and there's nothing you can do about it. It's pretty much the same thing that happens in Candlekeep when you speak to Gorion. If you attack him, for example, he will just kill you, and it's not even by attacking you, it's just a trigger that you automatically die. And this is so that you do not end up in a broken world where you cannot advance with the main quest anymore. The conversation is kind of warped because of this. It kind of sounds funny because he doesn't have that good of a reason to kill you, but he still will. So, we weren't lying, old man. Don't force me to do something that I regret. You already know too much for me to just let you go. You will die if you do not tell me what I want to know. You have no option here. He actually means it. Again, it doesn't make that much sense, but from a gameplay perspective, they were kind of forced to do this. So let's answer. From what I have been told, you have been quite a thorn in the side of the Iron Throne. I'm interested in you because of the obvious hatred that they hold for you. Their recent activities have been brought to my attention, and I'm very dubious about the intent of the throne. I think it is far too easy to blame the recent caravan raids and iron shortage on the Zhentarim. Though the evidence does point to them, they do not have much to profit, while the Iron Throne has everything to gain. I have much to concern me right now, especially with tension rising between our city and the nation of Amn. Unfortunately, my hands are tied. I can't act against the Iron Throne until I have hard evidence of the wrongdoing. That's of course where you come in. I need a small group of spies to break into the Iron Throne headquarters and see if they can find any proof of the throne's involvement with the caravan raids. If you do this for me, you'll be paid extremely well, 2,000 gold to divide amongst yourselves. What is your answer? And you don't really have an option again, so let's agree. You've made a wise decision. It is a difficult mission that I give you, but I'm sure that you have the wherewithal to make it through. Return and report to me once you feel you have enough information to use against the Iron Throne. Alright. Just to show that I'm not lying,
Greetings, taxpayers.
here's what happens
I am
if
Duke
you lie to
Elter,
him.
Commander of the
Actually, did I
Flaming
really
Fist.
save? Yes, I did.
I am the law.
So we came here to tell you that we no longer wish to work for you. Stuff it up your butt, old man. And if you tell him that, this happens. And then this happens. So they really do not let you progress unless you accept to do
if
this
you
quest. And there's no other way.
Yes?
Fergus. There's always at least one people, if not plenty of people, named Fergus or some name that looks like Fergus in Black Isle Games. Simply because their CEO is named like that, and they like to name everyone after their CEO, apparently.
Luck be a lady.
I've gotta admit, I ain't never been happier. Got a letter from my lady, and she's gonna be home real soon. Just gotta find me a pretty little ring for her pretty little finger, and all is gonna be just fine, just fine. But my lady, she transcends gold or silver or fancy stones. She'll have nothing less than an angel's skin ring for me. Well, there's a store right at the other side of the city. Why don't you go there and buy a ring yourself?
Yeah.
Again, if we had spare jewelry on us, we could help him out with this. But we do not, and we do not care either about his little romantic affair.
Yes.
Okay. If you missed all that conversation, our mission is now to investigate the Iron Throne itself. And that's where the plot really starts thickening.
It is done.